Hello everybody, it is I, Shaun. Couldn't believe that it's almost the end of 2025 already, huh? Winter has come and it always reminds me of some of the good memories I had during this time of the year. Speaking of winter memories, the game we'll be playing today is called Winter Memories. Before we start, however, I highly suggest watching my videos on Summer Memories first, as this game is a direct sequel to that game. If you've watched it before, go watch it again. Anyway, the game starts off the same way as the last one, with us being inside a car heading towards our cousin's place. Winter has come and baby is ready to come. Once we've arrived at our destination, we'll be greeted by some familiar faces. Yui and Ryo, our cousins, and Miyuki, our aunt. Man, how long has it been since the last time I've seen them? Long story short, our parents have left us here and gone back to prepare for giving us a little brother or something. Which means we'll be spending our winter holidays in the countryside. Wow, I wonder what kind of adventures we'll be waiting for little baby here. It certainly is something that a kid should experience within his age, right? After the opening and having Christmas sex with our cousins, we are finally free to explore the town before our holidays come to an end. The first thing that comes to my mind is how much the UI has improved from the first game. There's not a bar here any longer, and it's especially great for viewing H scenes as it takes up the whole screen. Unlike the last game where the bar is still there even when the H scenes is on. Other than that, the biggest improvement by far is removing the need to complete a minigame to progress. If you remember from the last game, a lot of characters require us to play some sort of minigame for us to progress through the events. And it was horrendous. I still have PTSD of constantly breaking the plates or getting the math crashes wrong. While minigames still exist in this sequel, they are much more toned down, and there's only one minigame that is mandatory to complete for one character. Even then, you can just skip the minigame after meeting some requirements. So the way to increase the affections of the girls is as simple as just talking to them or giving them gifts, which are very easy to do. To put it simply, I had an easier time finishing this game than the last one. Not saying the last game is bad though, it's just that the sequels are less frustrating to play. Anyway, like the last one, the main objectives of Winter Memories are to just interact with the girls, trigger their events, and do that until the remaining days run out. Sounds pretty uninteresting, right? I would think that too if the scenes in this game aren't that great. The gameplay loop probably goes like this. Okay, I have to do that and increase her affections, wait until tomorrow at this certain time, talk to her again, and holy shit! Okay, let's try that again with another girl. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. It's just that good. In Winter Memories, every single character from the last game is present, and some of them even got a fresh new look. The main trio is basically the same, and Akari is still the Manko fanatic. Shizuka is still the unhinged succubus. Suzuka is now a girl failure that needs a child to cook for her. Kagami is no longer the scary PE teacher and now enjoys some Toy Story in her room. What kind of toys? Not Woody, that's for sure. Of course, my beloved Mizuki is back, and she is still the best character in the game with no competition. There are also two new characters added to the cast. The first one is Hikari, Akari's mom, and I like her a lot. She's my second favorite in the game, just behind Mizuki. And her Gap Moe goes hard. She was initially introduced as the strict mom of Akari, and later it turns out that she's just a silly goober. The second one is Kanae, a housewife whose husband has been cheating on her, so she's taking revenge by cheating on him as well. Kanae is fine, not the most interesting character, and mostly just a reskinned Miyuki. Not counting the new characters, all of the characters from the last game have canonically done the thing with us, which means there's not much to expand on in terms of story or character building. It's mostly just more sex because they are horny. The main core plotline, however, is still as stupidly corny as before, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was legit getting kind of hype in the end, and I can never take the word aura seriously anymore. Mizuki also has some kind of character development, which is why she's the GOAT! Overall, the characters are still as charming as they used to be, and it's great seeing them again after so long. Now, for the H scenes. If I have to explain why it's good without showing them, yeah, it's quite hard to do so. But all I can say is that the art's good, and there's some amount of voice acting, not fully voiced, but the usual moaning and stuff. There is one funny thing, which is that there are more NTR scenes than in the last game. Instead of having just your uncle be the cuck, now there's Kanai's husband and some random guy from Suzuka's university. Like, there are so many scenes that straight out looks like the things you often see in an NTR hentai, such as peeking through the door, phone sex, and doing inside a tent. Although there's more NTR stuff in the new game, but you're not playing as the cuck anyway, so there's not really a downside to that. Another thing that I find quite hilarious is how unhinged the dialogues are in this game. I don't know if it's because of the translation, but everyone in this game is way too direct with wanting to fuck. I don't know what kind of dark magic this little baby here casts on them, but it's absurd how every single woman is so into this one kid that has nothing but a strong sex drive. Honestly, it's kinda understandable since every other guy in the town is just blue. Ultimately, what I'm trying to say is that it should be me instead. After going through the entire winter holidays, and it's time to go back, we can choose a single person for the ending, or the harem ending with the main trio. Before we head back to our home, we could also say our goodbyes to the side characters as well. Now I don't know why I want to bring this up, but it kinda reminds me of Persona 3. I mean, I could just put a soundtrack in the background and it will feel exactly the same. Anyway, Winter Memories is a great follow-up to Summer Memories, and if you enjoyed the last game, you most likely have a great time with this one as well. The only flaw of this game that I can think of is probably how some of the objectives are too obscure to figure out, and having a guide is better for your overall experience if you don't want to spend too much time wandering around aimlessly. In conclusion, I'll give Winter Memories an 8 out of 10. Couldn't ask for a better sequel than this. Now I guess all we can do is to wait for Spring Memories or Fall Memories. If there's actually a third game coming out in the future, I'll be there for sure. As for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next year.